I mean, nothing's plugged in. So, I mean, if you got like the patience to guide me through it, I'd appreciate it. But if you don't, that's fine.
I mean, if nobody else has anything to talk about, we can BS for 2 minutes and just run through just a quick troubleshoot. But it
Okay.
shouldn't be that
Yeah,
hard to
I
grab
can
it.
do that. All right. It's asked me to put my pin in, and I can do that. So, I wish somebody had something to talk about, but I haven't heard jack for half an hour. I've been raising my hand.
Got it, man. We got it.
I know.
You're getting
Okay.
a free service in here. Remember that? It
No,
ain't like you
we're
paying
all
anybody.
no, we're all trying to help each other out in this whole thing. I mean, I get it. So there should. I mean, it's not like maybe it sounds like I'm bitching. I'm not. I'm just so frustrated with what I've been doing on my own that you know. Okay, so geez, I don't even know where to go on this one right now to put my phrase in.
You have to reach
I was,
into your phrase. Do you delete MetaMask, the instance of MetaMask every time you use it?
yeah,
All right.
I know. I was kind of going off of something that, um, off of video, maybe. Okay, I got it up.
Okay, so you got your MetaMask up that's connected to a
Okay.
tracer?
I don't have MetaMask up yet. I just have Trezor up. Um, Tell me I have an empty wallet.
All right, just do me a favor. Open up the browser that you have your MetaMask connected to, that you have the extension connected to. You said you connected the tracer to a MetaMask wallet, correct?
No, I didn't do it that way. I didn't have. I probably had MetaMask started up on the first time. I'm not sure. That's the hard part. You know what I mean? I've got
I've
myself, like I
got.
told you. If I was going to start over, and try to, weave my way out of this mess, how would I do it? Because I got to weave my way
Open
out.
a browser. Open a browser with
Yeah,
MetaMask on it for
sure.
a minute. Do you have an extension, a browser with a MetaMask extension connected to it already with a
Yes,
password? Do you have one?
yes.
Yes. Open it up.
Okay, I'm open.
Okay, so at the top right of the MetaMask, there's that circle.
Yeah, connect hardware wallet.
Okay, and then yeah, connect a hardware wallet.
Yeah, Trezor. Continue. Yes, allow it and export it. And then put in your passphrase
And
for
you
Trezor one. Okay, hang on.
sure.
Yeah, give me a second because I have done it so many times. I'm not sure if my passphrases have been changed, and you know what I'm saying. I wish I had kept a better trail. Um, okay, I got it. Hold
Uh, I have a question on my process.
Yeah, just give me 1 second, man.
Go ahead. You can ditch out.
No, are you almost there?
Yeah. Okay. That as long as this works, then we're there. So okay. Access. Okay. Confirm. Okay. Yeah. Now the thing is that I never see my address. That's what sucks.
Yeah. So did you confirm anything? Did you confirm it? Is it connected now?
I am connected. Correct.
Okay. So when you click the little circle at the top right,
Yeah,
you'll see the addresses that are in the wallet. Do you see like account 1 and then tracer 1?
Okay, let's have a look here. Nope, not anymore. It's been erased too many times, probably.
Well, then you
So
haven't connected your hardware wallet.
Okay.
It'll tracer 1 or tracer 2.
All right. So no, I understand exactly what you're saying. And I have done this. So I'm just getting all of my numbers mixed around so much that, I put myself into a circle jerk, like I said. So I'm going to have to just play math until I figure this out.
All right.
And, all right. I mean, I do get it, but what happened is,
Go follow K for K and follow how he sets everything.
well, no, listen. What happened is in the beginning, I first got a Ledger Nano X and installed that, with instructions, and then I don't think any of my assets actually ever went into the Nano X, right? Because whenever I pulled it up, it didn't show anything, and so
are you talking
in the
about
meantime,
seeds, or are you talking about actually sending from one wallet to another wallet?
no, I'm talking about migrating. I'm talking about taking my soft wallets, right? My MetaMask wallets.
Yeah, migrating them to a tracer.
Well, first off, my first one was migrating it
Was a
into
ledger.
a ledger, right?
Okay, yeah,
And then
totally different thing. Yeah.
okay, totally different, right? And then the guys were saying, you know what, Jeff, you'd be better off getting some tracers. And so I bought 2 of them, and because I heard what they said, how to set it up, right? So I bought 2 of them.
Yeah,
But
instead of migrating anything, just set it up brand new and with seed phrases. Okay, well then we'll just meet it out there.
well, what I'm trying to do is figure out how to start over. Is there any way, or did I throw myself into a boatload of garbage?
You could just factory reset your tracers and start over if you have to.
Well, no, I've done that. 100 times. But
anybody feel free to jump in. I must be missing something. Anybody else?
If anybody's got an idea.
Yeah, okay, I'm listening, Flighty guy. I think first thing you need to do is go to a color-coded system, okay? Because
correct.
You're confused. You need to have a color little dot or a little piece of little nail polish on each one of your hardware wallets, and then have a clean sheet of paper or something that doesn't have a bunch of writing on it, and put a little colored code right there and say, okay, this is what it is. Then you go through, you cycle through, you find out what seed phrases are what for what, and so you know what you're dealing with. I would start wipe everything clean because you haven't migrated. It doesn't sound like you successfully migrated or transferred any funds into any of these things yet. Am I
You're
correct?
correct. I didn't.
Good. So you should wipe them all clean and generate new phrases. And I think Mandalorian's correct in that you don't want to migrate necessarily because that can be kind of confusing and you could be compromised. So if you migrate, that doesn't really protect you at all. So setting up new seed phrases and new pin codes and everything for these devices, and then going into your MetaMask and sending assets to your new addresses that you create
Correct.
is probably the safest bet for you right now. It's good that you actually didn't successfully migrate or transfer anything.
Well, I did on half of it, sorry to say. Okay.
Okay. Well, if you did on half of it, then and you know what those assets are,
I do.
I think the color coding and then the sheet of paper with the color that corresponds to the device is going to just clear things up for you instead of having.
Well, like for example, if it was me, I don't care if you migrated half of it or whatever you did. I would set up a new tracer with new seeds, and I would set everything to a Vault wallet. I don't care if you set it up, migrated it, didn't migrate it. Send everything you have to a Vault where the seeds have never seen the light of day.
I know, okay, but it's not like that anymore. Okay, so my liquid assets are gone, and my stakes, I've got a ladder of 12 stakes, and so I can find my stakes, but my liquid assets I can't find. I did find them with an address. I was able to find them on Ethereum with an address, but I can't connect that address with a seed phrase when I have 25 seed phrases. And that's been the problem, because we've been migrating in, trying to do this over. I mean, I've been trying to do this, and every time you migrate in a Trezor and or a Ledger, it's a 24 seed. And then you got 12 seed from MetaMask. And so if I would have kept a bulletproof paper trail, I would be so thankful. But I didn't. I mean, I was kind of just like going along, like I said, this was like I said, trying to figure out how are we going to help people that they're not computer literate, I mean, they can use them,
okay,
but
I know
it's not their everyday. You get overwhelmed.
But hold on, you're getting overwhelmed, but you have located these assets and the address that they currently sit in, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And you have a bunch of seed words written down, I suppose, in different places, and it's all kind of scattered, and you don't know.
Well, they're all right here in front of me right now, but it's just, it's insanity.
You just need to find the seed phrase that corresponds to that address. So you're going to go through all 25 or however many you have methodically, find it, and you'll find.
So what do I do then? So do I start from, each one and go to MetaMask and, cause they were on MetaMask, right? And then, enter in that seed phrase and then eliminate. What about when they got put into a Trezor?
Yeah. If they did get put into a Trezor, that's the question.
They did.
So if they're just sitting in, okay, so perfect. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to connect. You go to those steps where you were just at, connect hardware wallet. You plug in Trezor, it pops up. You click on the Trezor, you hit connect, and it connects. I mean, there's no, you're not entering seed phrases at that point, right? I mean,
when I connect, everything I've connected so far is showing me a zero balance.
Because the address of that wallet will show up on the top. At least the first 4 characters and the last 4 characters will show up
Right.
in MetaMask along the top. Do any of those addresses match the one on Etherscan?
No, they're not matching what I own. No.
Yeah, so
And that's
they're
been,
not sitting in a hard. They're not being protected by a set of hardware keys. They're
out there
probably
in the universe.
No, they're not. No, they're in a specific place, but it sounds to me like they're associated with a MetaMask account, and whatever transfer you tried to do to hardware wallet
Didn't
was
work.
unsuccessful.
Yeah, the first one was with Ledger, and then the second one and third one was with Trezor.
Right,
Okay.
but when you try to do it, you can't confirm that the assets were actually sent somewhere other than when they originally were at. Correct?
No, I can't.
Okay,
Jensen,
so you should be able to take
I
your
also-
original 12-word seed phrase with MetaMask, re-implement the new that instance of MetaMask, and you should see him in that specific old school MetaMask with the 12-word seed phrase.
All I see,
That's
all
what-
I can find there is my stakes because they're still on my iPhone.
So
Okay.
when you go into that specific MetaMask, you should be able to go into activity and follow on Etherscan where it went to get the address if they were sent out.
Oh, I can find it. Yeah.
Okay. So if you've seen those transactions,
Yeah,
you
it doesn't.
go
Yeah,
in your
and then it shows me another address, and then I'm like trying to figure out, okay, how do I connect that address with any one of these seed phrases that I have written down for? It would have been great if I would have started off with, Trezor from the beginning, but I didn't. I bought a Ledger Nano X, and then, I had a couple accounts on MetaMask, and then.
But you had to have derived that address, grabbed it, and sent from your first MetaMask to that address. You had to have set up the instance of what you had,
if not,
and grabbed an address.
if not, then you got hacked. So we really should find out.
No, I can see my stuff on Etherscan. It shows my stuff.
Can I just quickly throw in something? What I found out, the derivation paths on Ledger and Trezor are different. So it might be worth you checking on Ledger all of your seed phrases and checking on Trezor all of your seed phrases. And because what comes up as like address 234, etc., is different on Ledger to Trezor and stuff. So it might be worth you doing that.
Where do you see that at?
Just saying, when you put in Ledger, when you put in your
I have Ledger Live on my computer.
Yeah, but if you try putting it in Trezor, because I had a wallet that I had used accounts number 2, 3, and 4 on the same seed phrase, but I couldn't find it on Ledger. But when I put in the same seed phrases on Trezor, the derivation paths the addresses came up.
Oh, so yeah, you had it mixed up.
I'm just suggesting that you try, if you've tried Ledger.
Yeah, no, I understand exactly what you're saying. Yeah. I have both of them installed on my computer here, and I mean, it was all fine. Listen, everything.
I have a Ledger too, and what I do is I don't ever use Ledger Live. It just adds to the confusion. I interact with my assets on MetaMask, and that's it. I never open Ledger Live unless I'm doing a firmware update because it's just confusing. There's no point. You don't have to.
I didn't know that.
Some of the confusion's gone.
I just wanted to ask, did you add the tokens once like you got to a brand new MetaMask, or
nope.
Don't you have to add tokens to see your balance? I had to do that before, like.
Well, I mean, I have got all my Sacrifice PLSX out there in the universe, and on one of these sides, and I'm just like, I have no peace. You know what I mean? And I've got all my liquid assets out there. I can find. I have all my stake stuff that I've done over the last year, right? But and then all my new stakes and all my new stuff and everything else is, you know, I have the address, but I don't know how to connect that address to the seed phrase.
What that
Well,
means
like
is that you
crypto,
don't know what keys are connected to the address. That's the reality. It's the keys that you don't have.
That's what I'm saying. The seed. I don't have the seed connected to my particular address that I do know that's holding all my liquid stuff and the newer stakes. So, you know, it was on one of the wallets that I set up, right? Somehow, and, you know, and all these exchanges, you know, like you do you know, you set one up and then you just like delete it, erase it, and then start another one up and delete it, erase it. And
So,
I
hey
got
man,
I
so
got confused along the way.
how many cold storage wallets do you have? How many
3,
in total? How many do you have?
3.
If you don't mind me asking, man, I'm just curious. You don't have to share it with you if you don't want to. But where did you get them specifically?
Oh, I bought them. I bought them. I bought the. Well, I did buy the 2 treasures on Amazon.
Oh God.
Compromise, dude. Forget your
Oh
losses now.
God.
How did the box look? You're a compromise. How did the box?
No, the
Bro.
boxes were not even. They were taped and sealed. I mean, there was no compromise on anything at all. Okay, I'm
How
just
it should
telling
have
you.
came in today.
I would have
How it
not
should have looked.
even. I would
You
have not even
never
touched
buy
them.
your stuff from Amazon. You never
Okay.
buy your stuff from Amazon.
Well, I know it's too late now, guys. You know, but I'm telling you that the boxes were not fucked with. The tape was perfect.
But we don't know.
Hey,
We don't
buddy.
know.
No, I do. I mean, I mean okay.
I'm a genuine one. How can I share how I opened it up, how it looked? Can I just
Yes,
share with you how
yes,
it's post everything? My genuine one came in a very slim plastic white where it's all private package. Okay.
hmm
And when I opened up the treasure box, the plastic was 100% sealed. Now,
correct.
you know, these
Oh,
okay.
mine was also. It was hard to open.
Okay, did you have that white seal? Like the white, like inside the box? Was it when you opened the box, was it like a white package and you had to open that package as well?
After I opened it, did I have to open it? Yeah, there was a seal across the ledger that I had to peel off.
But like after you opened the Amazon box, was whatever you
Oh
bought?
no. Well, the Amazon box, I didn't even. I couldn't tell you about that. All I can tell you is the 2 treasures that I got. Um, no, my Amazon box was sealed. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take anything from Amazon that even looks manipulated whatsoever, especially in a situation like this. But this was, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. But I mean, sure, they could have, you know, I'm sure I could have got manipulated, you know, because I've heard the stories, you know, at this point. Um, but you know, I'm hoping I didn't.
It's just
Hey,
not normative that you have somebody come in and say, I don't know where my crypto is. It's just out there in the
Well,
ethos.
okay.
Generally that means you got hacked. Or
No,
just
I can give you my address and show it. It shows my stuff is sitting there. I mean, I can
no,
find it on the.
is that
it
okay? But
shows
is
that
that an
your
address?
crypto is
Is
in a
that an
wallet, It
Yeah.
shows that your crypto is in a wallet, but you can't
Right.
access the wallet.
Is
I
that
have
an
to find
address
it.
that you have
Yeah.
written down? Is that an
Correct.
address
Sorry.
that you have written down somewhere?
I have a
that
written
you
down
know looks
address.
familiar.
Oh yeah,
I know, but
I
is
have that
what is
address.
the address? Okay. So
Can I?
let's move
Sorry.
away from the Amazon compromised your. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay,
Okay.
hey, I want you to
Sorry,
try
I just
something.
want to ask, how many? Sorry, how many addresses are we dealing with? Because this conversation started when I woke up. It was I've got 25 seeds around me. Then it turned into 3. Now it's turned into 2. Exactly how many
No, it
addresses
didn't
do you have
turn
there?
into it. No, it never turned into 3. I don't even know where you
Maybe
heard that.
25
Right,
words.
okay. All right. I
I
think there's some. I think someone's attention seeking here, personally.
Yeah, no, this is a tough one, guys. That's all I'm saying. I put myself into
When you try,
a flurry.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to be able to help you, man.
Well,
hey, do you,
okay. You know,
hey
Hi
man,
guys.
I got some. Look, and I'm gonna say my piece. If you still have access to that hot wallet that had all your liquid assets in,
I
or
don't.
some, or you can't
I
even
don't.
get into the hot.
I can't find that hot wallet. That one. No, I can't find that one. I have the address for it, but I can't find it. I know it's out there. I just
Do you
have to figure out
remember
what.
sending your crypto to that specific address?
Yes, because
When did you do it?
I was doing it through a migration
When did you do the migration from your MetaMask to that specific address?
onto a treasure, or I mean, the first migration was onto the Ledger Nano X, okay, and everything was supposed to be on there, but it didn't feel like it was, and I couldn't like plug it in and go into Ledger Live and find it, and so I was like,
But here's
hey,
my
it doesn't
question:
seem
you
like
never
it's.
actually sent your crypto from your
I
MetaMask to somewhere
probably
else. You migrated it. They're two different things,
right.
right? Okay,
Yes,
you migrated it, and you did not send any crypto anywhere. You just migrated it. Correct?
correct. That's right.
So you migrated your seeds to a ledger originally, and now you
No.
can't find how to
Yes.
log into that ledger.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no, I can log into the ledger. I have my my login code to get in, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing on it. It's a 0.
Okay. Mandalorian has
Can't hear
been
you, man.
really
Can't hear
asking
you. You
about.
gotta talk way louder, brother. Whoever's talking.
Right.
Can you hear me
Um,
now?
right. A
Nope.
quick one before you start.
Can you hear me
Did you
now?
on your ledger, right? Did you done?
You're super quiet, guys. You gotta turn your mics up, man.
Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So when you were setting up your ledger, right? Did you set it
Yes.
up on the Ethereum? So you got the
Yes.
Ethereum because that's another mistake what I've heard. So what I'm trying to understand from what you're saying is you kind of get into the. Someone's got the hot mic.
Yeah. Turn the mic off. No, I knew this was going to be tough, guys. Listen, I didn't.
Well,
You
Jeff,
know.
mute
if you
your
can,
mic.
if you
Mute your mic, Jeff.
Okay.
if you can organize yourself from 1 to, you said it's 25, right? And if you got an address where you got your liquid or staked or whatever assets you have, and if you can try to just one by one tick it off, this doesn't work, another one doesn't work, another one doesn't work. I'm pretty sure if you organize yourself, as a Kinetic said in a minute, and Mando, that may help. If you're gonna go, paper, spread everything, and this don't work, that don't work, you have to organize yourself from 1 to 25. tick 1, this doesn't work. Tick 2, this doesn't work. Tick 2, this doesn't work. And I think that may help as well.
Okay, so my question is how do I do that with a, MetaMask on a 12-word seed phrase, and then everybody else is on a, 24.
Hey,
Papa.
Flight guy, can you guys hear me?
What's going on here? This sounds like a little bit confusing. I just came in. Can someone give me the broad brushstrokes? And can everyone please mute themselves when they're not talking?
Yeah. So Flight guy, it has 3. He has a ledger and he has 2 treasures, and it looks like he migrated his original seed into the ledger, but then he couldn't find it. So then he just that he bought 2 treasures, and now he just started migrating. He just kept migrating over and over and over again, and now he can't find his liquid. He can find his stakes, but he can't find his liquid. My question to break this down though real quick is, Flighty guy, your original stakes, your liquid was also on the original stakes on the same thing that the original stakes are in, because you said you could see your stakes but you can't see your liquid.
That's correct. I started off
So
with
was your liquid and your stakes on the same keys?
correct.
Okay, so then if you could see your stakes, then the fact that you're not seeing your liquid is probably because you're logging into that Ledger Live and confusing yourself. So don't forget about Ledger Live. Go back to your original. If you could see your stakes, go back to the original where you could see your stakes, and then just go into the MetaMask and go into assets and add the HEX contract, and you should be able to see your liquid in there. Forget about Ledger Live. If you can see your stakes, your original stakes, and you said you have the passphrase to those original stakes, you never sent your liquid to any other address. You never like physically sent it where you paid gas and you sent it to a different address. If it's still on the same address where your stakes are at, then it's just, and you can't see it, it's because you're on Ledger Live and you probably don't have your assets added on and you're confusing yourself. So forget about Ledger Live. Add your
Mexican soldiers. Hold on a second. Mexican soldiers, just a second. Flighty guy, let's unfuck this mess right now, once and for all. Are you in front of your PC?
Yeah, I am boner.
All right. The situation is you can see your stakes, correct?
Say it again.
Can you see your staked hex?
Not on my PC. Well, yeah, maybe. Hold on a second. Let me, because I just loaded this stuff up on my PC for the first time. It's always been on my cell phone. So,
Okay.
Hey, Papa.
All right. Wait.
Papa, he got the
Hey,
tracers from Amazon.
Yeah,
What?
Papa. Papa.
What the fuck is going on?
He screwed up. Hey, Papa. He screwed up all the way around. He has his stakes on his phone. He has a ledger that he bought good, but then the treasures that he bought were from Amazon, and then he kept migrating. He has like 25 C's out there. Again, he could see his stakes on the original, but he can't see his liquid. I think that he migrated over and over and over again, but if he just goes back to the original, he's probably going to see his liquid in there as well. So that's the whole lowdown. The 2 Amazon treasures, I think he shouldn't touch.
I understand.
So
I get it.
there you go.
I get it. Let's get a hold of the situation. Flighty guy, first of all, I see you in the chat. Why would you?
Yeah, you see me.
Mute yourself when you're not talking, please. Thanks. I want to know. I've seen you here in this chat before. When did you order your Trezor devices from Amazon?
$3 months ago.
All right, so that's history. We can't get around that. You're still using them. I would advise you not to use them, but that's neither here nor there. The situation is we want to make sure that we understand what's been migrated where and when and how to get a hold of the situation. You've got all your seeds written down on paper at very least, and at very most into something more flood and fire resistant, correct?
No, I mean, I've got a shit ton of paperwork here. And let me tell you, when I first started doing this process, okay, I went with a Ledger Nano X, and, I went with one of the guys on, howtopulse.com, helped me out, helped me set it up. But um, it didn't appear that it ever migrated into the wallet, like the actual
Okay.
funds.
I asked you a simple yes or no question. Do you have your seeds written down on paper or etched into metal? All of them.
I have them all written down on paper, yes.
And I heard from Hexagon Soldier that you may have incorporated a passphrase, being the 25th word, the one that you create that's custom, that's unique and not on any BIP 39 compliant seed phrase list. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Have you labeled these things effectively so you know which seed goes to which assets and accounts that have your assets on them?
Had I done that, we would be having this conversation.
Very good. That gets to the heart of the matter. Nothing that you have on your hardware wallets right now is of any relevance whatsoever. You could take it off your phone, you could take it off your hardware devices and just blast them back to factory default so that you have a brand new, unadulterated white copy of paper and a nice big green crayon so you can start plotting all this out from the beginning so you can unscrew yourself up. Would you be open to doing this?
Yes, if you could tell me how I could do that without compromising myself.
No problem. By introducing the seeds one at a time into a hardware wallet via advanced recovery, you can do any number of recoveries without compromising yourself because you're entering them in through a cryptographic means. Would you like to do that and then hunt until you find your assets, plain and simple, through a connection to a dummy MetaMask wallet, and then feel like you're on good solid ground? You'll know which wallets have what assets in them. You'll find your liquid assets. You'll be able to see your staked assets. You'll know where they are. You'll make appropriate notes on the stack of seeds that you've generated, and then you'll be able to go about your business. What do you say?
Papa, I've been listening to you for over a month, okay? And I've been going upside down for over a month. You've talked to me before on this chat. You know who I am. And I have been driving myself insane trying to put my stuff in order. And I mean, I one thing I would be able to say is that my brain is not functioning on all quadrants because of the cancer therapy that I've been going through, and but it's making it harder for me. But I know how to do it. I mean, it's not like I'm stupid, but I
No,
have
no,
been
I'm not
hitting
calling you
some
stupid.
walls.
I'm not calling you stupid. And
No,
I do
I don't
know
think
your limitations, but we have to get a process by which you can put
I
things into order.
understand. Yes,
Yeah.
and the answer
Yeah.
is yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Then I would, so then let's find out what the positives are and what the negatives are. The positive is that you can still see your staked assets. Tell me where you're accessing them and how. Is it on your phone or is it on your
Accessing
PC?
on my phone.
On your phone. So if it's on your
Yep,
phone, you're accessing them through use of MetaMask, correct?
correct.
Okay. So you know what seed is associated with MetaMask. It would be a 12-word seed phrase. Can you find that one for
Got it.
me?
I do have it.
Okay, and you've marked down on there, can access via phone to seed to Stake HEX.
No, I just have it access is like MetaMask number 1, MetaMask number 2 dummy, and then,
No.
you know.
Write down more notes than that. I want you to make
Okay.
sure that that seed is already 100% noted, that you can access it through your phone and you can see your stakes. Now,
Well,
does that?
yeah. I mean, I can access it through my phone and on my PC.
Well, then, if that's the case,
But okay, so
wait,
when
please stop. Did you?
I am.
You say that? Does that mean that you've accessed through MetaMask on your PC the same account?
I do have that account on my PC right now. I just did it today.
Okay. All right. If you did, that means that you typed in your seed phrase. Is that correct?
Yep. Wrong thing to do, right?
It's the wrong thing to do. And
Mhm.
that kind of complicates the idea of a migration. Did you migrate that same seed into one of the hardware wallets or multiple hardware wallets?
Not at all.
Okay. If you didn't at all, then can you tell me what accounts of value are on the hardware wallets currently, to the best of your knowledge?
It shows none of my assets. Okay. It shows I had to manually put in my tokenomimetries, the stuff that I
Okay.
have in here.
I get it.
And
I get it. What do you mean
okay.
it? Can you define it? It doesn't show any of my assets. What are you referring to?
Account number 1.
Okay. Is this the seed that you have introduced into your PC and currently resides on your phone?
Correct.
Okay. So that one is attached to your seed, the seed that is associated with your staked assets, and you can access them. On your PC, can you access that as well?
How do I do that?
You have it on MetaMask currently, correct?
Well, I know I'm looking at it right now, but I haven't figured out how to pull up your browser on not on this.
Okay, stop. Where are you accessing MetaMask? What browser are you using? Chrome?
Yes.
All right. In Chrome, open up a brand new browser window and type in go.hex.com/stake.
Okay.
By the way, you have to consider this wallet to be compromised by your own hand now. So you're not going to trust this wallet anymore. It is a compromised wallet. You will migrate this wallet to a hardware wallet, and then you will take it off your phone. You'll reinstall it on your reinstall MetaMask on your phone. You'll take it off for good, and then you'll also uninstall and reinstall MetaMask on your PC. You'll never use your phone for MetaMask again.
So was that just okay? I'm going to let you. I'm going to reiterate that, but I got lost on the go.hex./stake.
All right. Let's concentrate on that then. Concentrate on that now. You've opened up a brand new browser window on Chrome, and you have typed in go.hex.com/stake. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's.
Now, what do you see in front of you, please? Flighty guy, what do you see?
Well, I got this page can't be loaded.
All right.
So.
All right. Make sure you typed it in correctly. Go dot hex.
Yeah.
No. Yes. Listen. Go.
I am.
Dot hex.com/stake.
Okay, we're there.
Beautiful. Now,
asking me to connect.
Correct. Press connect.
Mm-hmm.
Now, up in the right-hand corner of your browser, do you see that little fox icon? Up in your browser
Hold
bar, the URL address bar, and then you'll see the little fox icon in the far right corner.
Yeah, I
It's
see
next
it.
to a little puzzle. Click on that, please. Does it ask you to confirm connection now?
It's saying connect with MetaMask again, right? 1 and 2. Select all.
Yes. Yeah. No. Select the address that is the address that you can you connect up with before, please. Your public address should be
Yes.
account number 1. Okay.
Okay.
And press connect.
Yep. Okay.
And now go back to the browser after you've pressed connect and see, and just give it a second to populate and tell me what you see.
I see all my stakes.
Beautiful. That is confirmed to be the wallet that has your stakes in it. Now go back to MetaMask, open it up, please, again by clicking the little foxy fox.
Okay.
Okay. Now go down to mid page, and does it say assets? And then to the right, it says activity, correct?
Yeah.
Click assets, please.
Okay, we're on it.
And what do you see?
I see none of my assets, but I see the stuff that I put in there manually just today.
Just today. So there's a little
Yeah,
bit of Ethereum.
because I had to re-add them in today because I think what happened is we actually, migrated them into the Ledger Nano X.
Okay, no. Let's not go there yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna just ask you some questions.
Let's do it.
Do you see anything, even if it's a zero balance for HEX?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see partial balance. Yes.
Partial balance.
Yeah, like
Okay.
a $4.72 in ETH.
Fine.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a little ETH.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Now,
I got a little bit of SHIB. I got a little bit of
I get it.
Okay.
I got you.
All right.
Hold on.
Gotcha.
Of course. Question. Definition of migration. In your mind, does that mean that you sent the assets to another wallet? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, that's not a migration. That's a simple send. You sent them somewhere today. I would like you to now click the tab that says activity.
Okay. I didn't do this today, Papa. This has been going on for weeks.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're trying to find where your assets went.
Right.
Okay. All right. Now, on the activity, can you see anything that says send? As you scroll down, you see lots and lots of transactions. Do you see
you know
any
what it
that
says?
say?
It
What does it
says
say?
you have no transactions.
Okay, that's fine because that means that this is a new instance of MetaMask that you actually recovered. So that's not a problem. Go back to assets, please.
Okay.
Go back up to the top of the page, just underneath the name of the account, and you'll see your address that is there's only first 4 and last 4. Right. Click on the copy button, please.
Okay, got it.
If you want, you can either send that to me via DM, or you can just open up another browser window, type in Etherscan, and paste that in the search bar of Etherscan. And let's find out where you sent all your assets.
Okay, I'm going to send that to you on a DM because I do trust you. I've heard your voice for the last, 8 months. And
I appreciate that.
I just know.
Yeah,
I know. I shouldn't trust anybody. But
you shouldn't. But this is only a public address. That's all I need.
Yeah. Okay.
So send it to me, and then I'll tell you what happened and where it went. Okay.
Okay. All right. Let me figure out how to get over here and do all that. But I'll do it. Okay. I got it.
Click on my icon, and
but
click on open profile.
Okay. Let's see if I can find you in here.
I'll ping you right now. We've already sent messages back and forth before.
Yeah, we have. Okay, here. Okay, Gotcha.
Paste it in that line, please.
It's not giving me a paste. It's giving me a. Huh. Let me go back. Hang on. It's not
Yep.
giving me a paste option. I right click.
Yes.
and
There's a little button right next to the
yeah.
address line. A little button that looks like a little box. You click on that, and that will instantly copy it to your clipboard. Then you just paste it in this box here. This
Yeah,
message.
that's what I thought I was doing. But it's okay.
Yep.
You're gonna be going, you know, this is crazy, Jeff.
Just gotta
Here you
paste it for
go.
me. All right.
Yep.
And then I'll tell
Right.
you where your assets went. Okay. All right.
Okay,
I got
but
it.
I need
Thank you very much. Hold on.
I need to send you the other one though that actually has my liquid assets. That I've been able to find it.
You have or have not?
I have, yeah.
So then what is your problem? Can you state the nature of the emergency?
Well, I cannot put a seed phrase to it and unlock it or do anything.
Wait. What is it? What is this that you've just mentioned? What
No,
is your
first off, what you have right now is my all staking stuff, right?
yes?
Okay. And all my liquid assets that were on that account got shipped over somewhere else.
And that's somewhere else I can tell you in just a moment. Is that what we're trying to do?
Yes, please.
Okay, no problem. We'll get that taken care of. And then we'll answer to that statement that you just made that was very strange to me about passphrases. Just a moment. Let's keep this very normal, calm, cool, and collected. Just a moment. I'm going to tell you where your assets went. Hold on. And you can do this too by copying it and then going to Etherscan.
Right. And I've been on Etherscan and that's where I was able to find some of my other stuff. But I mean, you know, I don't understand it like you guys do, and I wish I did.
No problem. Hold on a second. Let's take a look. Hold on. Okay, got the hash. You sent at least three types of tokens to this new address, correct?
What new address is that? I've got.
Well,
you have no idea how many addresses I have at this point.
Yeah, we are gonna have to simplify.
Or it appears. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay, so.
Yeah.
I only see dust going out. Hold on. Here we go. 13 days ago, you. What is? Okay. It looks like you staked.
I did.
Address.
That's a newer address, correct?
No. From this same address you staked, which is why we're seeing them stake from this address.
Okay.
It never left the wallet. So give me one type of asset that you sent from this wallet so I can pinpoint exactly what I'm looking at, because there are several different.
Well, okay, so I have ape.
Yep, got it. That's enough. That's enough.
Okay.
Okay. All right, you sent that out. Here it is. You transferred it. And it went to. And now I found your other address. Just a moment. Okay, the account that ends in A2A9. Do you own that account?
I do, but I can't figure out how to put it into action. I can give you the first part too, yeah, but yes, that is my account.
That's fine. So A2, I'm going to confirm on that account as well. Everything else I see all your assets on there now. Your hex is
Yeah.
there. Your other stuff is there. Got
And
it.
there should
Now
be
we know
some
the account.
new
Write this
stakes,
down.
right? Okay.
Doesn't matter about that. I don't want to talk about that until we actually get that one
Okay.
active.
Go ahead.
A2A9. A2A9 is the public address, last 4 of that account. Now, what seed is associated with that account? Is it known or not known?
It's unknown.
All right. So now you've got a stack of seeds. What you're going to
That is
do,
correct.
rather than compromise all those seeds, you're going to enter them into pick one of the hardware wallets and do a factory wipe of it. And you're going to enter in those seeds through advanced recovery mode until you find the account that is A2A9. And that is a process. It's pretty simple.
Okay. So I'm gonna get all my stack of seeds, do a factory wipe on one of the the Trezors or
Sure.
MetaMask.
Trezor, not
Okay.
MetaMask. Trezor. Listen,
Okay.
if you type these seeds into MetaMask, you compromise them. If you
Okay.
if you introduce them into a hardware wallet, you do not compromise them.
Okay.
Now, Papa,
You're going to
can,
do
can we stop you for a moment?
advanced
Can we-
recovery one by one.
So I'm gonna do a factory wipe on my Trezors, right? And then
Trezor, one. Just pick one. Pick one.
Yeah, I will. And
All
then
right.
introduce a what was it again?
The seed
Oh
from
yeah.
your stack of seeds, right? You're going to introduce the seed via advanced recovery mode,
Well,
which
that's
is
what I was
factory-
looking for.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now, Papa,
I would wait from the merchant. Don't do any on those. I would go.
Keep your eye on me,
Papa,
man.
that's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna ask, Papa. Would it still be okay for him to use those treasures, even though those are the 2 treasures that he bought from Amazon a couple of months ago?
I would rather that he didn't. But I mean, you bought them from
Listen.
Amazon. They should be considered compromised. You should, in essence, consider them just crap, right?
Okay.
So I guess this is a good reminder. You should take maybe the other one that you didn't buy from Amazon that you bought from Ledger directly. Is that correct?
I'd have to look on my bank statements to see where I bought it.
So you don't even know where you bought the first one.
Well, I know I sort of followed some directions from somebody off of how to Pulse. So I'm just saying, this was a while ago on the first one. So yeah, I mean, if you're asking me to tell you where I did that with my jumbled brain right now, there's no fucking way.
Okay, in that case, you can't be trusted to remember where you bought these things. Buy
No,
new
no.
ones.
No, exactly. No, I can look and see where I bought them. I'm just saying I can't tell you right off the top of my head where did I buy the Ledger Nano X. I think I bought it from the company direct.
Okay, if you did, that's the only one you should be using. And you should buy more backups right now from Trezor directly.
Yeah. Okay.
You should consider the ones you bought from Amazon compromised.
Papa,
Okay.
you're gonna be fine, flighty guy. It's not best practice, but you're probably gonna be fine.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm going to, listen, guys, I told you in the beginning of this, if anybody knows my story, I've been fighting stage 4 advanced melanoma. And right now I'm in remission. And my biggest, thing overall was to set my family up. My wife, I didn't want to, leave her high and dry because we didn't have great, income. I was a blue collar man my whole life. I'm 60, and so I just wanted to leave her with something, and so
flighty guy.
Yeah.
You kicked cancer's ass, at least for now. Do you want to kick the attacker's ass as well?
Yes, I do, my friend.
Then let's fricking do that. Get off this chat. Go find out where you bought that thing, and let's get back on the horse and ride. If for nothing else, for your family's sake.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, tell them. Hey, dude, tell them exactly the website, dude.
You should know it's either trezor.io
Oh no,
or
no.
.com.
I know what you're saying. On the I'll look it up. Let me just look it up, and I'll get back on chat. Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right. Bye.
Papa, it is such a blessing to have you.
Thank you, dude. Like you're amazing, man. You have no idea. You're so amazing.
You're so harsh on them, though.
Das
Come
Bomb.
on, man.
Das Bomb.
Amazon is fine.
Das Bomb. Listen, Amazon is filled with minimum wage slaves that can barely get a break to go piss themselves. And they are susceptible to coercion and, a simple $500, bill, stack of bills waved in front of their nose to replace seemingly good stuff with seemingly good stuff.
Listen, I worked in fucking support and delivery and what do you call it in English? Stockage or something. Nobody fucking is getting paid 100,000. Not even the people that work at Trezor, or most likely they don't even have their own in-house stockage. They're probably outsourcing it, or there is a company doing it for them.
Das. Let's just strip this down to its brass tacks. The liability that
No, I want to finish
Amazon.
that point. Whatever you're saying for
Go ahead.
Amazon also holds true for Trezor. Everybody can be bought.
Okay, let me qualify this. The point is that if the chain of custody is unbroken between you and the manufacturer, there is recourse. If you go through a channel partner, the recourse is only between you and the channel partner. The liability with Amazon begins and ends with the purchase price of the device.
What is recourse?
Recourse means that an action that you can take in case you are rinsed by a reverse engineering attack. If that happens with a direct relationship with the manufacturer, you can own their company. If it's Amazon, you can own your $80 that you spent. Do you understand the difference? You pay a little bit extra to actually order it from the manufacturer. So in case there is a reverse engineering attack in their supply chain and you get rinsed for $1 million in HEX, for example, you can actually have a court case against the company. But if you purchase it from a reseller channel or a distribution channel partner, you can only trace back one hop. And that's stupid.
Yeah, but that, I don't know. I don't care about suing anyone. Like, you will not get back your crypto. You will not get back, I don't know, whatever you have, millions or thousands or billions of coins. You will never get them back if you get hacked. I would focus on the security side and saying, okay, if you got it from somewhere where you're not supposed to get it from, it is not best practice. You shouldn't do that. Everybody who is doing it after you should do it the right way, but you can still verify a device. Make sure that there is no like fake code. Make sure that the band is not ripped off. Verify the device. Verify the hardware inside. It's harder and it's shitty, but you're not gonna get compromised just because you bought it from Amazon if you are smart about it.
I disagree, and I think that's a ridiculously cavalier attitude. It can be
I disagree.
It can be easily rectified by simply ordering it from the manufacturer's website. What's the difference?
That's what I'm saying. It's best practice. But if it already happened, there is nuance to it where I wouldn't send everybody back to, oh, you didn't buy it from Trezor, so go back and buy it from there. I wouldn't do that because
I certainly would.
You don't know the situation of everybody.
I would.
Okay, we hear you, dude. Like we'll be more sensitive to future endeavors. We'll be more sensitive to. I think I get what you're saying. Like just don't go like pointing to one direction. If that's what you're saying.
No, no, no. There is one direction. Best practice. Uphold best
Yes, and I
practice.
agree on that. Yeah, I agree on that. Best practice is go to Trezor and go to Ledger. This is the least fuckery you can get. I agree on that.
And why would you want to open yourself up to even a shred of a percentage of a chance of fuckery? This is crypto and this is security.
I'm surprised, Das Bomb. I'm surprised that you're taking that position, man.
He just wants to pick up a counterpoint because he likes to piss me off. He knows.
Anyway, I need to steal Papa now. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Oh,
Are
I'm
you
done for now.
Okay.
I'm done for now. Hexagon Soldier needs to go do his work. If he comes back on and he finds out that he's got something that was purchased from the manufacturer, please, everyone, be patient with him, but just direct him to factory wiping and just trying each of his seeds until he finds his assets. That's the only thing we can do for him until he finds his assets.
Not me,
All right?
Papa.
What?
It's not me.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Not Hexagon Soldier, of course. I'm sorry. Man, I'm sorry.
The flighty guy was talking earlier.
Yeah, flighty guy.
Yeah. Flighty guy. I'm sorry. Yes, correct. All right. I'm going to drop off with Dust Bomb. We got some work to do for prep for the show. So I will. Hey, Dust Bomb, I think that your security levels are quite high. I'm going to add you as somebody, and then you can call me back. What do you think?
I wanted to do it in StreamYard.
StreamYard's fine.
Yeah, I just throw
Send me
you
a link. Yeah, man. Okay.
Hey, if I can interrupt really quick, you guys are about to live stream or
Hey
something on
guys,
YouTube?
has the snapshot happened yet?
No and no. No, we're not going to live stream right now. And no, the snapshot has not happened because the fork is not nigh. Just cool your jets. It's not happened yet. You can still move assets around and prepare.
Thanks, Papa.
Technically, it's not really a snapshot. You could still call it that because everyone will understand what you mean. But the copy and or snapshot will not happen until mainnet launches.
Okay, guys, back in here. Is Papa there?
No, Papa literally just left, but he told us to help you out when you come back.
Okay.
Just left, dude.
That's fine. I bought the 2 Trezors on Amazon, so
Hey pal, did you already set up that tracer? Like, did you already go through the process and type in your phrase into that treasure?
I did, and I did it like over
Okay.
and over and over.
3 months ago or something?
Within the last month and a half, I've been battling for, the last probably 2.5 months trying to get this all figured out from the Ledger Nano X to the Trezors, from the MetaMask to blah blah blah, and it's like copy, start, erase, copy, start, erase, and I'm not good at this. And then like I told these guys, you heard that my brain's fried from the cancer treatment, and so it's just not. I'm not firing on all my cylinders. I'm trying to do my best, but
I heard you. I heard you, Fly Guy. I heard you loud and clear, crystal clear, man.
yeah.
I need you to focus energy on how that interface looked, and how that treasure looked. That's all I want you to focus on right now, because I'm 26 minutes into Papa's video.
Okay.
And
yeah, the Trezors looked perfect. I'm telling you, they had a seal. They were in a vacuum, sealed bag. I mean, a little thin wallet type thing, right? And then they had a seal that was chrome, uncut.
Okay, hey, can I pause? We've already established this already. So
yes,
what Papa wants you to do He wants
Fine.
you to enter in
Does
those different seed phrases.
hold on. Let me just say it because I need to get off. I do. Okay, I want to help this guy out with what I see.
I look. I know you want to help him out, but we've already established. He said the boxes looked uncompromised. So if we could please move forward. Papa Boner wants you to factory reset one of those hard drives, and he wants you to enter in this to recover the wallet for all those seed phrases you created to see which one is the wallet that you sent all your assets to, the one ending in ADA or whatever it was. Do you remember that, Flighty guy?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's what you're gonna need to do next. It's probably gonna be quite a long process, but it should be a simple process.
Well, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Okay, so I mean, what do I do when I'm running into the 24 word and the 12 word? You know, I mean, 12 words are going to be what? That's MetaMask, right? And then anything on 24 is the Trezors and the Ledger, correct?
I think so, but I do not know for sure.
Well, I know MetaMask doesn't have a 24.
I'm just trying to tell you something, Fly Guy. When you're looking at your treasure, the interface of the treasure itself, okay, that when you're typing any type of seed phrase that Papa is telling you, or like
I can barely
migrating
hear you.
whatever.
Hey, crypto, I'm having a hard time getting you because you're breaking off. I'm not sure if somebody else got mics on. I'll turn mine off.
You can you hear me good? I put it to the phone or whatever. I don't know if you can hear me good.
That's perfect.
Okay. When you're interacting with the interface, that and you know, you go through your routes. If one of your routes is you like when you're migrating it, to my understanding, and you have to put in that passphrase or the seed phrase, excuse me, like Papa's telling you, like you're on the phone with him and he's telling you that's true to do that. I want you to just look at the interface, and that interface needs to be perfect and solid. When those letters are popping up and trying to guess your seed, like each page on that interface needs to be solid. Mine that was compromised was not. It was like feathered, like on the ends of it. You know, it wasn't a solid block. It was like I couldn't describe it to you, but it was like triangles taken out of the sides, like bite marks, you know? So like I just want you to be aware, you know, when you're looking at it, make sure it looks legit and it's supposed to and genuine.
Out of the sides of what? You're saying that you had little bite marks out of the sides of your seed phrase?
Yeah, in the digital portion of the Treasure app, like in the digital portion of the Treasure little black box that I'm looking at, the little 1 inch little thumb little thing, okay? That little screen I was looking at, that screen was like it was perfect, but the digital portion of it was like it was not correct. It was not solid. It was not.
Do
It
you
was like
have like a picture of that you could like post
uh,
or something? Like,
yeah, I mean,
well, I know
I
it's kind of
guess.
weird, but you know,
I get what you're saying. I guess I could do that since I ain't wiped my
so that
computer.
nobody else is getting screwed, right?
Yeah, it's just so you see what you if you see that, like you need to just exit out completely. Like you need to just
Okay.
you like hand that over to the FBI. Yeah, like you need to go to ic3.gov, just giving you routes. You need to hand that over and let them do what they do, okay? But if you
It's
see that and then
IP3.
ic3.gov, I believe the website is, and I think that's where you like if you
Crypto, are
call the
you
FBI.
serious right now? Are you serious?
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
being
just saying
serious right now, Crypto?
if you see that screen, if you see that screen on, because I don't want him to lose his assets. He might have $1 million in there. He might have $10 million in
Okay,
there.
but
Nobody knows.
you're on a call with people that have
Okay.
been doing this for a very long time. You're going through Papa Bona's video yourself right now. You may
Yeah.
want to let some of the people that are kind of more senior than you walk this man through getting over the hump here. You're
Yeah.
derailing this because you
Yes.
had an experience where you think
I got experience
somebody
in
at
being
Amazon
hacked,
opened up your
sir.
device
Excuse me,
and
sir.
hacked your
Excuse
thing.
me, sir. I apologize. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm barely sorry, but I have experience in being hacked, and I have yet to hear any one of y'all contribute to what I should see when I'm getting hacked. I know what to
Hey,
do
crypto.
right.
Hey,
You know what I'm
crypto.
saying?
Your
Huh?
MetaMask was copying and pasting different addresses. You had crypto running on your cell phone. You had a lot of places where you were probably
Yeah.
hacked, but you
Yeah.
only want to
I
focus
got, I
on
got
the
you.
little
I got
hole
you. I
that
got
was
you.
in
Can
the.
we here, dude? I'll
Okay,
let you take
so
over,
we
man. I'll
understand
let
your
you take over.
story. Stop
I'll let
derailing.
you. I
Stop
let you
derailing
look, help
this
him out,
guy.
man. Help him out. I just want to help him out for best of my abilities. Now, I'll let you take over the torch, buddy. Okay?
No, you actually interrupted somebody that was on a pretty good path with him, and started talking about FBI. Like that. Like seriously, just continue to what you're doing. You're watching Papa Bona's video. I suggest that you focus all of your cognitive resources on that video and making sure you don't make a mistake. That's my advice. And let's let somebody help this man get
In this,
through this so that he can
and I
move forward.
and I helped him out. I'm sorry, and I got confused myself too, trying to do this shit right. And I sorry, man. Damn, this is two people today that have came in this chat and said, hey, like pretty much been compromised, and like y'all are just total buttholes sometimes, man. I'm sorry. I'm about to leave and just create my own. Like y'all are just not being considerate of other people in this community. And
All right. So
I'm
chill
about to
out, bro. It's not a big deal. But like I tried saying it pretty much what Kinetic said, and he said it in the nicest way, most professional way. I was trying to say to you, but I couldn't say it in a nicer way. If we could all just drop it and please help Flighty Guy out. We want to get Flighty Guy helped out. So, and you have the same intention. So let's drop that and let's help him out and get that done. But yes, you were getting a little off track, buddy.
I appreciate it, guys. Listen, I hate to see any kind of animosity going on between anybody. We're a group of core, people, and that's the way we need to stay. We need to stay core.
So,
Okay.
Flighty Guy,
Now,
yeah, you're at the point right now, my brother, where you already know where your assets are. You know your public address that ends in the 9 or the whatever it ends in. You have that public address. That's where all your liquid assets are. So now it's just a matter of going through each of your the 25 instances that you created, and go through each one of those, get in there and just go through each one until you find your liquid. And then once you find your liquid, that's your liquid address.
Okay.
Now you have your address set. Then I guess you can work on backtracking if your treasures are compromised or whatever the hell.
Right.
But you just want to get your So your
I can
focus
wipe
right
them.
now. Yeah, your focus right now is the 1-9. That's where your liquid's at. You have to find that address on those 25 instances. So just take your time and just go through each one until you find your liquid.
So in that process, what do I do? Just erase MetaMask or delete MetaMask every time, like through the when you go up into every time I install it and get through, and it goes, yeah, you made it through, and I had my extensions, and then I can go into managed extensions, and I can go into delete that account because that wasn't it.
That's not what no. You're gonna pick a hardware wallet, factory reset it, and recover the seeds on that hardware wallet. And then once you enter it in, okay, the assets aren't in there. Well, I guess you have to factory reset it again and then put the new recovery seed on the next wallet that you're looking for. So I've never factory resetted my Trezor, not yet. So I don't know too much, but That's what Papa wants you to do. One by one, you're going to take those recovery seeds, wipe out one of your Trezors, recover one of the seeds on the wallet, and you say, "Oh, okay, it's not on there." We'll wipe it out and put a new one on there again. Don't uninstall, reinstall MetaMask. No, that's going to be a lot of work. And if you were using MetaMask, which you're not, you're using your hardware wallet, you wouldn't have to uninstall, reinstall. There's a way to do it. But again,
I've done.
You're using
Yeah.
wallet. Do it on your hardware wallet.
Okay.
You can reset your Trezor by entering the PIN code in correctly.
No, correct. I know I can do that. I'm just, man, I wish, like I said, my brain, it's just having a hard time firing. And, I do the best I can with what I got. And I put myself into a bad situation by listening to, I'm not going to say by listening to everybody. Everybody was trying to help. They were saying, hey, you need to get a hardware wallet. And I was like, okay. I mean, I was fine without it. And then all of a sudden, I got 3 of them, and they're worth shitless, and I lost everything. I can't find anything. I can't find my PulseX. I can't find my, liquids. I don't know where it's at. So,
well, if it's any
nobody's fault.
consolation, this isn't easy stuff. Okay, so this isn't like elementary school level stuff. It can get real complicated and overwhelming really quickly. So that's why Papa Boner takes that approach. Yes, no questions, because he has a very clear path on how to unwind this thing and unravel this. And I think we got you to a point where you have now some good, clear action items as to what to do to locate these assets. And you have him on DM. So if you can locate the wallet in which your assets are located, then you can let him know in a DM.
Yeah.
Or you can come back here and we can help you through the next step. But don't think that we all have, just pick this up and everybody's journey was just so simple, 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Like, no, lots of people are getting rinsed, hacked, have multiple wallets. It's hard to keep track of them. That's why you've got this chat 24/7, So we'll be here to help you out. But I think you have a good, clear set of next steps that you can take to locate these assets and then go from there.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, you'll find your assets. I'm pretty confident that you will. It's probably gonna take a little while, Flighty Guy, but I think you're gonna find them. Just follow those steps. Just like Spiff just told you, and I think that you're gonna find them. And I just wanna leave it by saying that you're an inspiration, my brother, and I'm glad that that you beat cancer's ass and continue the good fight, man. Because nowadays, man, you got another 40 years easy, bro. If you just take your time and just stay healthy. All right. God bless.
Yep. Thank you, bro. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
You got it, bro.
All right.
Really says he found his assets. He's located them. He has full control. I really hope he does. It'd just be amazing at this point.
Yeah, my mother has stage 4 ovarian cancer, and she's got the bad memory and all that stuff from chemo. So I totally understand where he's coming from. Anyways, is there any admins in the room right now? Or moderators, whatever the proper word is? No, I guess not. Well, I got a question. Maybe some of y'all. So I'm gonna ask this question, and I don't want y'all to think I'm like trying to badmouth the project or anything, but the devs. So whenever we do our staking, so if any of you guys have used testnet to test out the staking with our test pulse and test PulseX, you give permission for the that somehow you give permission through that system. The devs have access to your assets for staking. You know, how do I say this? I mean, I guess there's no other way that it would work, but I don't know. That just kind of weirds me out and all. And I asked that question before, and they were like, "Well, we don't have shitty devs," and it's like, yeah, but you never know what. So I guess basically what I'm asking, if anybody would know, like, what would ensure that these devs who are going to have access to my wallets for what I'm staking aren't going to like take my assets? And another thing with Richard Hart, he's always about everything being as decentralized as possible and you being in control. That doesn't seem very decentralized to me. But I mean, I'd rather be with Richard Hart and his devs than anybody else when I say that.
Don't think anyone
Bobby,
on at
do
this
you
point
still have
has the
control and
correct
all that?
answer for you,
I mean,
Steph.
the most important thing is to have control of your stake and stuff. I'm not too versed in the Pulsechain just yet. Just new to me too, pal. We just gotta trust Richard Hart, man. That's like where we're at right here. There's a couple good guys in here, Profex, and man,
Yeah, I know crypto. I've been in this chat way longer than you have, buddy. I know Profex and all them.
yeah, man, I trust Profex.
Amy, how are you? I've always seen you in this chat ever since I've been in here.
Stumper, how you doing?
I'm all right. It's pretty late where I'm at. I
Pretty
broke
early
my
where I'm at.
I broke my foot, so I haven't been working, so I just been staying up all night.
Oh yeah.
Just-
Well, trust me, I walk around with plates and screws holding both of my ankles together. But I'm at work at the moment.
You're a nurse, aren't you? Or you're some kind of medical?
A nurse.
Yeah, my mother is she's an RN. Or no, my mother is a practitioner. I'm sorry.
A lowly bachelor's degree. What can I say? I was too old when I went to nursing school, and I just decided I wasn't writing any more damn papers. So bachelor's was fine for me. It's top of the pay scale. I'm good.
Amy, you must work like 80-hour weeks. You're like always at work when you're on this
To
chat.
do sometimes. I think last paycheck I had like 100 and some hours. Got to build that bag, man.
Hell yeah.
Thankfully, my husband retired. We bought his military time back so he could retire early. So I pay most of the household bills. He pays mortgage and insurance and things like that. And then I have my son that I'm trying to help finish up college. He's got one more semester to go. And let's see, my car got totaled, so I got myself a hoopty for $3,000, which I like very much because I don't have to worry about it. And it's fully paid for, so I don't have to spend any money. Right now, I'm trying to save up money for my Vegas trip at the end of September, I think it is. I think the PulseCon's in the beginning of the month, but I already had commitments for another convention at the end of the month, so can't go to that.
Well, hopefully Richard Hart pays the mortgage and upgrades the rides.
My husband pays something. Shit. Truthfully, I would like to present him with the deed to the house at some point, because even after all this time, he won't even discuss crypto.
All right, I just posted in the chat what I was talking about earlier. Now, this is my good one. But those etches on the side, those were on when I had to put in my seed phrase, and it shouldn't have been. So this is the example I was talking about. It's not one-to-one, so.
Damn, I really want to look at the picture, but my phone's a piece of shit and won't load it.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Nuke. What's your name, dude? Nuke Silverstein. Good try. That ain't my pin, buddy.
Amy, you said I was about to ask you, but then I guess you answered my question. Your husband doesn't own any crypto? He doesn't like crypto?
Oh, he won't even discuss it with me. He's 100% legacy and buying silver. That's his deal. He says, "You want to do crypto? You do crypto. I don't want no parts of it." I said, "Okay." I don't. Funny part is we have 4 sons. 2 apiece, and then we combined them. And back when they were in high school, they were all teenagers within about a 5-year span. And when Bitcoin came out, and they came and they wanted to spend their Christmas money on this Bitcoin, they were like, "Come on, Mom, it's like," I think it was like $1 or under $1 back then. I mean, this was a long time ago. And my husband and I were we were like, "Excuse me? Absolutely not. You are not buying this. They're going to steal your money." So we wouldn't let them, any of the 4 of them, buy any Bitcoin. And they each had like $500 they wanted to spend on this. So they just look at me now and they're like, "You owe me."
Wow, yeah, thanks for sharing that. That's unfortunate, but it's still like a really cool story to hear.
One son that still lives with me looks and he's like, "I want 1 million pulse." I said, "Go clean your room. We'll talk."
Man, when Flighty Guy was talking about how he's got, his memory and brain isn't the sharpest from chemo, I didn't want to get him off subject, but I wanted to mention to him lion's mane. It's a mushroom that it regrows neurons in the brain and helps with epilepsy and Alzheimer's and stuff with that. And I actually I just started a mushroom farm the beginning of this year. I've known how to grow mushrooms for a long time. And I finally got my own little business doing it, and I sell the kitchens, and I make a lot of those lion's mane tinctures, and you take like a dropper full a day, a dropper full before you go to bed, and it's helps with memory, it helps regrow neurons in the brain, stuff like that. I wanted to mention it to him, but I didn't want to get him, I wanted him to stay on subject.
Yeah, man. Hey, what's your business name, man? You fully legit and everything, like, you know.
I mean, I'm not really on paperwork yet, and I only sell the one restaurant right now, and it's my buddy's vegan restaurant. If I had a bigger building, I'd grow. I have a really large mylar tent that people use to grow cannabis inside of, but I just use it for my mushrooms. If I had like an entire building or warehouse to do it in, I could sell to multiple restaurants, but I don't have that yet. But maybe one day. And then after that, yeah, I'll have a business name. But I do other stuff. I sell tie dyes. I sell geodes. I hunt the geodes. Sell geodes. I do brewing. That's not
Right now,
because I'm not registered for that yet.
Hey, I'm jumping back in here because you mentioned my name. So you think those tinctures would help?
I mean that you could look into it yourself. Lion's mane's a wild mushroom. It grows wild here in the U.S. You could do research.
I've collected mushrooms for years and years, and you know, I mean, predominantly morels and you know others, but I found lion's mane, and but I've never made a tincture out of it or anything like that. But I think that um, you know, when anytime anybody's going through any kind of cancer type related stuff, you know, you just want to do anything that will help your body, you know. And there's certain areas where you know you're suffering, and like when your brain starts giving out on you and you don't feel good, you know, and you can't keep track of the things that you used to be able to keep track of all the time, then you know, you got an idea.
No, yeah, it'll definitely help. And you can take reishi. I don't know if they make tinctures out of reishi mushroom, but you can buy reishi powder and make a tea out of it. That's really good for fighting cancer. And lion's mane is really good for the brain. But yeah, you can go on Amazon and eBay. I have some. I just don't have any listed online yet because I'm just now getting into doing it. But you can go on
Yeah,
Amazon or eBay and you can buy reishi powder, make tea, and then lion's mane, you get tinctures.
I actually have reishi powder, and I might have some lion's mane somewhere too. You know, my sister's got apothecaries, you know, in every house that she lives in, and they're insane. Um, and then, like I said, you know, I mean, I love hunting, you know, and you know, I'm a fly fisherman for 45 years, and and so you know, hunting. I mean, I collected bottles. I started collecting old bottles when I was a kid, you know, and finding them in the dumps. So that's where the hunt started, and then it went to fishing, and then it went to this, and then it went to that, you know. And but you know, I'm good to the environment. I always give it back. So
That's amazing to hear, dude. That is so amazing to hear. And hearing the other guy about his business with mushrooms and memory help, like that's amazing too, man. I just want to share that I caught on another podcast like a week or two ago about cellular intelligence. There's a fungus out there that's created the Japanese highway, and it's excellent in a maze. And it's the first sign of our cellular intelligence. I just wanted to share that because y'all are talking about it and how well it benefits humans. And yeah, man, I can't wait to check you out, dude. Keep staying in the chat. I'm gonna stay in the chat. And when you get your website up and running, dude, I would like to view your website, you know, and see what you have to offer.
Hey, Flighty guy, I sent you a paper from the National Institute of Health that talks about the neuroregenerative properties of that particular strain of mushrooms. And then I'd also point you to, I don't know if you've heard of molecular hydrogen, but it's the last decade or so, they've been doing a lot of tests and studies in Japan and Korea on the effects of molecular hydrogen against, fighting some of the effects of chemotherapy, cancers, Alzheimer's. It's really, it's incredible. Molecular hydrogen has been clinically shown to, it's a free radical scavenger, and it's selective in nature. So because, if you think about water, right, H2O, it's two hydrogen,
Right.
and one oxygen is the molecule. So hydrogen is an important part. It's in every living cell. It's the smallest element in the periodic table. So it passes the blood-brain barrier, and it's necessary for organ health and for just homeostasis of our blood and the delivery systems in our body. You can get it by, they use something called a proton exchange membrane that creates the molecular hydrogen in water, and then you just drink the water. They have tablets that you drop into water and it creates hydrogen infused water, and then they have machines that you can inhale hydrogen gas. But in all cases, even in dialysis patients, they've infused the dialyzer fluid with molecular hydrogen, and it was shown to, in late stage renal failure, it was shown to essentially stop the progression of the disease. And so it's just a life-giving nutrient, and it's very hard to contain it because it escapes through any membrane. So plastic bottles, I mean, within 15 minutes, there will be no hydrogen content in it whatsoever. So it's really hard to like bottle and sell. So that's why you have to kind of either you go on Amazon and type in molecular hydrogen, you'll see they have these water bottles that, you press a button and it within 10 minutes, you've got, some hydrogen content in the water. But I would do a lot of research on that. If you just cross-reference, melanoma, radiation, chemotherapy, whatever, you'll find studies.
It's funny that you're even mentioning that, because I did so much research into water, and juicing and doing certain types of fasts and things like that, because I didn't believe that the therapy that they were going to put me through was necessarily going to seal the deal, because they said it's the only thing we got to offer, and you got a 50-50 chance. I'm like, well, 50-50 sounds pretty good, right? That's red or black. But I found this guy that was a NASA engineer, and his name's John Ellis. I don't know if you ever heard of Ellis
Yes,
Water.
I have. Yes,
Okay.
He has like an ultra distiller where he distills the water like it's like 100 times or something in that machine that he has, and it increases the valence, right, the angle of the bond between the hydrogen atoms.
Yeah, to a 114 degree from a 104.
Right.
And so anyway, I bought the machine and have been drinking that water since I heard about it, and I'm just praying each and every time I go in for. I'm going in for a PET scan next week, so I get one every 3 months, and you're looking
Well,
for clear.
I would point you to a guy named George Wiseman, who sells a machine that produces Brown's gas, which is it's a different way of producing molecular hydrogen. It's actually done through electrolysis, but because it's combined, and he discovered that there's actually a plasma state of matter that's highly negatively charged, and for some reason this Brown's gas that it produces, it heals melanoma. There's testimonials of people that literally used a cupping device with this Brown's gas, and over the course of a couple months it was gone. I mean, there's thousands of papers and studies that are being done on this, and you know, they found out that a lot of this alkaline water craze, a lot of the data that they were pulling out of these clinical studies was actually could have been attributed to the molecular hydrogen content, which is a byproduct of the ionization process that happens during, you know, increasing the alkalinity of water. And and so it's just a real, you know, like you said, that machine that you bought is right in line with what I'm talking about. It could supplement what you're doing already.
Well, I mean, you know, I gotta believe that it has been attributed to, you know, me being where I'm at today, because I had like just a tiny little meckle mole on my back, you know what I mean? And my wife, I never saw it. She saw it. She goes, "Hey, that doesn't look right," you know? And so
Wow.
it started kind of like getting agitated, right? And we were heading over to Hawaii. We were in Hawaii for a month, and while we were there, I don't know, maybe I raked it on a branch or something. I don't know what I did, but then it started kind of just turning into a scabby, weird thing, right? So it got agitated, and then by the time we got back to the States, it was about the size of a not quite the size of a dime, but almost. It got that big, right? Like a scab. And then I went to the dermatologist, and he lasered it off, and he goes, you know, honestly, Jeff, he goes, I don't think that's cancerous, but you know, I'm glad to get it off. And boom. And then he calls me back 5 days later and says it's like afibrosarcoma. And I'm like, all right, what do we do with that? And he goes, well, we do a Mohs surgery, and we cut it out till we, make sure we got clear margins everywhere. And I'm like, fine. But this is, mind you, right at the beginning of COVID. Okay. And so getting appointments and doing things were just, everything was crazy, because, COVID had just started. And so they went in ahead and said, let's, do this Mohs surgery. I got scheduled, but it was going to be like 2 weeks out. Well, by the time I was getting close to the 2 weeks, all of a sudden I started getting like golf balls in my armpits. And the thing on my back didn't stop growing. It went ape shit. It was like you just opened it up as soon as they touched it, So by the time I was at the 2 week stage, it was the size of a silver dollar, and it was a stack of 3 of them high. That's what it looked like, a fungus mushroom growing on my back. And So it was just a crazy, crazy scene. That's all I could say. I don't want to get into the drama because this isn't what this channel is about. But it was a very gross situation. I mean, they cut a hole in my back that you could put a hockey puck in, no problem, no problem at all. And but I'm still alive. That's all I got to say. I'm still
praying
here.
for you, man.
I'm still here,
Praying for
man.
you.
And I wasn't even supposed to be here, and I'm still here. So, that's got to say a lot of something for, A, my faith, and B, maybe some of these things that have been hidden from us, you know what I mean? Like the molecular structure of water and the things that, what, I looked at it like, from a biblical standpoint, because I went to what is the living water? You know, for all of my life, I always thought, oh, well, the living water is just Christ, right? But maybe it was something else because Jesus was at the well with the woman. And he said, if you drink this water, you'll never thirst again, right? And so there's so many different ways that, you could look at that particular statement. And anyway, I was like, what is this living water? And I'm hoping that I'm drinking it. I drink it every day. That's all I drink. Period. The
Yeah, I've
end.
heard
I
some
make
really
it.
amazing stuff about that water.
Yeah, I make it, and everybody in my family drinks it. I give it to if anybody I know has cancer, I give it to them. I'll give them 5-gallon jugs, and all you got to do is put in like 16 ounces into a 5-gallon jug, and it converts it into the same 114-degree bend angle. Period.
You just have to make sure that you're supplementing,
Yeah,
trace minerals because
you do,
you
and
don't have any.
so yeah, I no, I have the trace minerals, and I buy those, and put
Do
that
you
stuff in
use
there.
like a
So
fulvic acid or humic acid? Is really rich in minerals. You can drop it into the water.
I do actually, yes,
Okay.
and I also, this is a little bit strange, but most people wouldn't think of it, but it's the let me think now. Let me, if I can get my brain to work, it's give me a second. I'll just let you keep going on somewhere else, and when I get it, um,
Well, I sent you a couple of links in your DM, so
okay.
you should have some places to start with the molecular hydrogen and
Yeah, no, I'm
use
totally interested because I I knew that I needed to change something in the whole process that I had, and I knew it was the hydrogen, but I wasn't sure. I looked at a couple of different things, right, into hydrogenating your water and doing that to it and making it better. Because if it was like if I could do this, this, and this, I mean, you have the best water in the world, right? If you could, put all these things together, which would be like, 114-degree bend angle, the right trace minerals, the right, I mean, just that's what I'm saying. There was a living water at one time in our lives, right?
Yeah, and most of the
Me,
times when you look on bottles of water, even the most expensive bottles of you know, premium water, it always says minerals added for taste. So you have no, like,
Yeah,
you
bottled
don't
water
know
is
what
junk.
the quality of that water is. Or like they just add minerals in there for taste. Well, where'd the minerals come from? What are they? We have like an
Bottled water
Well,
is
overwhelming.
junk.
it's a shell. It's actually a micro shell, micro biotic shells and things like that, and that like tiny microorganisms that would grow into eventually a small shell or a snail, okay, in the water, in our natural water, and then they biodegrade because they don't last very long, and that's what was giving us these um, different minerals that we don't get.
Like we have a
Just like
overabundance of copper, and our soil has changed over the years. You know, we're all kind of deficient in zinc, and so there's all this imbalance in minerals that, you know, that we have just in the foods we eat. The soil quality has changed so much just in the past, you know, few decades. It's important to get your minerals from a source that's, you know, I mean, I think the humic and fulvic acid are,
Right.
they're thousands of years old, so it's the most
Yeah.
comprehensive mineral supplement you can get.
I've just got a quick question for you, Fly T guy. Sorry, just I'm starting on my job in 2 minutes. Do you or what do you know much about, or do you do anything as far as movement for maintaining and keeping up a good function in your lymph nodes?
Well, I don't even know what that would look like. I mean, does that mean do I ride a bike? I do. Yes. Do I do work? Like, no. How do I maintain anything with my lymph nodes?
Well, just a really, because I've literally got 2 minutes, but feel free, please, to shoot me a message, because in about an hour I'll have a couple of hours spare, so I can go back and forth with you, send you videos, whatever. But basically,
Okay,
what it
GG.
means is dynamic movement. Basically, is what pumps our lymph nodes. Our lymph nodes are what pump the toxins out of our body into our bloodstream, etc., etc. And as you know, suffering from cancer, that lymph nodes are a big deal. All right,
Yeah.
so it's it's something to add to the
Are you talking
arsenal.
about
I'm not.
wiping, using metal tools to wipe through in just like
Yeah, for
raking?
draining and stripping. Yeah. Stripping, I
Okay.
suppose we would call it in the therapy world. Yeah. No, there's nothing better than the natural way. Like, you can add all these things in, that's fine, no problem. But we can certainly discuss that. I'll shoot you some videos of what I mean and stuff like that. It's not a problem, dude. All right, it's my bread and butter, this stuff. But it's just something that always goes under the radar because of all the other stuff that comes up, and everything that's been mentioned I know is good. It's all good stuff, but one thing that's always forgotten is this simple task of good, healthy, dynamic movement to maintain the function of the lymph nodes. It's something
Yeah,
that
you're
really
right.
goes under the
I
radar,
know.
and it tends to be swallowed up in the fitness industry as exercise and blah blah blah. And yeah, there's so much
Yeah.
stuff gets swallowed up in the health industry and just turns into shit. So yeah, shoot me a message so I know it's you, and I'll do everything I can as far as sending you some simple stuff. We'll talk about where you're at movement wise and shit like that. All right.
Thank you, brother.
No problem at all, Fly T. I need to sign off for now, guys. It's been a pleasure
Yes.
listening to some wonderful information in here as always. And by the way, there is still living water. I drink it out of the burn beside my gym.
Nice.
Yeah. So you know what? What I was talking about is diatomaceous earth.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
um,
I have
I
two young children. I have twin boys, and one of my son's was born, you know, a little underweight, and he had a severe reaction to the vitamin K hepatitis B vaccine. And so one of the protocols that we follow to detox him, because he's, you know, babies are, you can't give them a bunch of stuff orally, is diatomaceous earth baths. So we just, you know, made sure to get some food grade diatomaceous earth, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's a heck of a detoxifier, you know, for skin, and you know, you can do a lot just soaking in a bath of it. So yeah, I'm really familiar with that, because I've, you know, as they get older, they can start taking it orally. You have to be a little
I
careful
do.
with it, make sure it doesn't have silica in it. But I'm
Yeah.
definitely familiar with, yeah, the diatomaceous earth. A lot of great
Yeah.
uses.
And I was mixing a little bit of that in with my water, you know, not a lot. I mean, we're talking minute amounts, but it
And then so when you do take the minerals, you got to make sure to take them away from the diatomaceous earth, because it'll take all that out of your body.
well, you know, I'm not quite sure on the, you know, the science of that. I just know that a friend of mine who was going through some pretty bad cancer, also testicular cancer and thyroid cancer. He knew that water had something to do with it. Well, you know, God told him to go back to his earth, you know, and so he knew that water and, you know, plant was going to be the most efficient things that. I mean, he had a really weird story, and I don't want to get into religions or anything like that. But, you know, he's like, he'd go through the grocery store and he'd say, you know, the Holy Spirit would tell him, get this, get this, get this, get this, get this, get this, pick these up when he'd go home and he'd juice them, you know? And then he was doing a little of that diatomaceous earth with Kangen water, because he had a Kangen machine. I don't know. I know you're familiar with Kangen if you know water. So
Yeah. Yeah, the
anyway,
kanjin, it's a
yeah,
Japanese.
yeah. So yeah. Anyway, him and his wife are both living today. They're alive, and they both had cancer. You know, and he wasn't supposed to live more than 6 weeks. I don't know what the time frame that they were going to give me was, but it wasn't very good, and I'm still here, and it's a year and a half. So I think
Well,
this.
I
Well,
gotta
I think
drop off,
I
flighty
think
guy.
water has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that as well. I mean, we can go days and days without food, but we can't go very long without water.
No.
And we just kind of drink it thinking, oh, it's in a bottle, it's better.
Yeah. Oh,
You know?
right.
And
Yeah. You'll pay, $5 for a bottle of, some puffed up name, but
never mind
you
and all
know.
the microplastics and everything else you're getting in there with the,
Yeah.
plastic
Right.
bottles and stuff. But yeah, no, I sent you a few links, and we'd love to, get your thoughts on some of that stuff. I own the Brown's gas machine, and my mother-in-law's been using it. She's in stage 5 kidney failure. She's been there for quite some time now, and it's been real helpful for her. So, if you have any questions or
Okay.
any of that, I'll be praying for you, man. And,
No, I
see you in here
appreciate
a
it.
lot.
It's it's nice to be able to be on a chat like this, and that has nothing to do with people's personal life, but it does get personal sometimes, and and there's a lot of good people here.
There's a lot of knowledge on this in this chat, man. I'll tell you what. A lot of people
Yeah,
have
agree.
expertise in a lot of different places. So, all right,
I
guys.
agree.
Well, I'll catch you tomorrow.
Okay, signing off
Have a
myself.
good one.
Thanks. You too.
Fly tight guy, you got a hot mic?